Hello everybody and welcome to Insane Just Plays Hearts of Iron 4 as Poland. We are now officially in the release build. This is the build that you are also able to get right now from the Steam store. I wanted to record a little bit earlier, but I was unfortunately busy. But yeah, I had to re-download the game, at least 200 MBs of it, so it can be some minor glitches, but I think that pretty much everything should still work the way it is. We're currently at war with Soviet Union and what is left of the Axis, which is at the moment Turkey and Japan, and we are doing really well. So let's keep doing really well and try to finish off the Soviet Union as soon as possible. We're pretty much moving everywhere, over here at least, trying to close this pocket off, and we can see that the Allies are also pretty much rushing in to try and cut whatever troops are left of the Soviet Union off. Oh no, you guys should go south. And you guys should go here. And they're pouring in from this line. The Soviet Union declared war on Japan. That's quite ambitious, I would say. Well, we have expanded our air bases. And let's go with some fighter modernization. I think we might be pushing in some fighter technology along the way eventually. USSR breaks the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact because they are now at war with Japan. That is not allowed according to the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. And I hope that we can see some invasions of Japan happening soon. Otherwise we need to do some of our own invasions. Let's see, do we have the naval technology? We do, we have quite some good technology actually. So there are possibilities for us to bring some of the guys to Japan. Republican Spain joined the Comintern. Oh, that's sad. Because that means we have to fight against the Republican Spain maybe soon. But it looks like the French forces will be able to deal with that should that moment come. We've finished our better weapons equipment. So we should start producing those, I think. Just switch all the lines that we have over to better weapons. And there were quite a lot of lines actually doing that. No, we still don't have any better fighter technology either. It's something we should definitely start getting right now. So what does our focus give? Just a generic fighter model advantage. So let's research at least this fighter model. So we don't waste the bonus on that, and we can waste the bonus on the 1940 model instead. Alright, so right now they are not in the war yet. At least not at war with us. Not at war with the Axis. But we need to make sure that the Soviet Union falls quickly. See, there's some Turkey here. We should finish some Turkey off. And just move like that. And that should be the end of that place. Well, in Turkey itself, it's going pretty good. We're taking over many of their territory and moving actually quite fast. Faster than I had anticipated in the beginning. I think some of the Allied help over here does help with that. So let's see, the resistance map. Yeah, things are looking quite bleak over here. And we don't really have enough police force to deal with that either at the moment. So I'm just gonna leave it for what it is right now. How is our equipment status actually? We have enough infantry equipment, but we're still producing the newer version now. So that's gonna be quite some time before we have everybody decked out with that. We still need quite a lot of extra artillery, but we have two lines for that producing already. One of which is quite at maximum capacity for efficiency, and another one is still gaining some efficiency. An non-aggression pact from the Republican Spain, we will sign that, because if we can avoid going to war with them, that would be completely in our advantage. And also, I think it would be in their advantage as well. We're closing in on the things over here, I assume. Yes, we are. That's another pocket gone. Well, we are suffering some hefty supply problems every now and then, but that's fine. We have the equipment and the manpower to kind of deal with those supply problems right now. And looks like we created a really nice pocket over here as well. If we close this completely in, then we should be killing many of their troops once again. And now there is a free-flowing line for infantry to go from all the way from France. Ah, darn it. Very well. All the way from France into China. You can pretty much make train lines. But they are now in the war. And oh, France, where is your army now? I kind of hope that they will bring a lot of their army back to deal with this new problem. I think I might need to bring some of my troops there as well. Most of it is actually fighting over here on the front, and I don't want to leave the Bulgarian front open as well. Well, France, you're on your own with this. Good luck. Let's see how the Rock is doing. Gibraltar. Well, there is some fighting over there. And we don't control the strait anymore. Right now, the strait is contested, which means no armies can pass, no navies can pass, and no trade can pass through there either. We do control the Suez though, so we can still get our armies and our fleets through the Suez Canal inside. But that does mean for the Republic of Spain that they can't get anything out of the Mediterranean at all. This is contested. And this is enemy territory, so only subs can go out of there right now for them. And my troops are getting a little bit tired of all these advancement orders. And of course the attrition that comes with this bleak, inhospitable place. Let's just start mopping up some of the territory here as well. We have some political power unspent, which we can spend on some people. Yeah, let's start with a tank designer actually. And a light aircraft designer as well. I kind of hope that these guys will still get the bonus for that. I should have probably done that before. Let's see, did he get the bonus for it? Yeah, he did. It gave him some extra reliability. And this fighter does give him some extra agility and speed, which is actually quite important, so I'm happy I changed that over. Let's go with a better medium tank, because, well, we can still get that. And something that did change is now the Polish units do have the picture. I believe in previous versions, what I've been playing, they didn't have their pictures in yet. And the same goes for the planes. I think they were generic black background pictures. But now they have nice Polish unit pictures of whatever should be historically accurate. Oh, and it looks like we made some beachhead as the allies in Japan. Osaka has fallen. And here as well. In Kyushu we have control of the first place as well. Excellent. There are some Venezuelan forces, I think they are. Yeah, Venezuela. But yeah, I think things are really going strong for us. Soviet Union is 98% towards capitulation, while we have finished our better industry tech. And we have now pretty much achieved maximum productivity in our industry, which is pretty good. I want to keep construction high as well, because we are still repairing a lot of things. I'm just gonna keep generic repairs on for now. Should be fine. So where is the current capital of the Soviet Union actually? I wonder. First we need to advance a little bit over here. Can we see it? I don't really see it. I'm not sure where their capital is right now. See, these red stars are the enemy capitals. I think. We control most of them already. I don't see the Soviet red star. Oh, here it is. Ah, they placed it in Vladivostok. Alright. Seems logical actually. That should be one of their last bastions of strength. Well, we are advancing here. Let's try to keep some advancement going here as well. Because single provinces do help with occupation in total as well. We need this guy. Especially take these cities. They are worth quite some points. I mean, they're worth 3 points, which is more than, well, 1. So we want them at, as soon as possible. The earlier we can get that, the earlier we can make them surrender. And that is our main goal. Make the Soviet Union surrender. Because once they go, then I think most of it over here will collapse as well. Xinjiang will also fall quite soon afterwards. And I think Japan as well, because we can apply even more pressure on Japan. Even though the invasion here was already pushed back. But we're still doing well over here in Osaka. Really nice place, Osaka. I've lived there for half a year or something like that. It was really fun. And I could definitely recommend, if you ever go to Japan, go visit Osaka. Keep on walking along the border. Is Mongolia part of any alliance? Of course, they're Soviet puppets. I forgot about that. And there it is. The Soviet Union has capitulated. Look at that humongous Poland. Well, if we keep on going a little bit further to here, then we will also have created an empire on which the sun will never set. It is beautiful, it is glorious, and it is ours. Ignacy Moskvich has announced that the cowardly Soviet Union could no longer withstand the pressure from the overwhelming presence of the Polish forces throughout the country. The Soviet government chose to flee the country and has gone into exile. The main forces have capitulated and Poland is now in control of their home area. Though the war against what remains of the Comintern continues elsewhere, this is a great victory for the Allies. It certainly is. So we have a small pocket over here of some Soviet soldiers, it looks like. We'll try to mop that up as soon as possible. And then we have to deal with Mongolia and Xinjiang. So let's remove the front over here. And create a new front. Like this. And we're gonna assign everybody to it. And we're gonna make an advancement order like something like this. A general advancement order, which we're gonna execute immediately. But we're gonna put some guys just on active duty over here to mop up a little bit of this, what's left of the Soviet Union. Beyond that, are there any other pockets of Soviet forces left? Not over here. No, I don't think so. Alright, excellent. We can remove this front here. And there it is, a peace treaty. So we can demand stuff now from the Soviet Union, the Republic of Spain, and everybody. Well, if we take all states, we can't because you don't have enough score for it. We are short just a teeny bit. So these places that we don't really care about, we're gonna deselect them until we can accept this. Right, you can't make these demands this turn, as that would lower your score too far below the score of the next participant. The next participant is France with only 82 score. We by far did most of the work. So we can take all of this Soviet Union land and call it the end of our turn. This doesn't end it forever. No, we will have time to, well, make more demands after this. But this will be our first. We're taking all this beautiful Baltic state land. We're gonna take all this beautiful, well, ice. And pretty much everything that is populated by the Soviet Union. We don't have anything with Republican Spain though at the moment. But maybe we will have time for that later. Let's end our turn. Alright. So the United States made the rest, what is left of the Soviet Union, a puppet. Which is fine. And France made Republican Spain a puppet. Xinjiang became a puppet of Great Britain. And that means there is nothing left for us to take anymore. We can pass and gain some more points out of it. But I don't think that's necessary. We'll just call it done. Peace conference is over. Calculating its effects. And there it is. So we have a Russian Federation in the east. Yeah, it's called east for us. I would pretty much call it west now for the United States. And we have a lot of new Polish land. Our front is huge. We got a lot of free military factories of that as well, because all the territory that was occupied before this is now not having any resistance anymore. Look at that. No resistance. Which also means we can remove the garrison areas of this place. And focus solely again on that German territory. Alright. Now, stop clicking on places that you don't need to click. Let's remove all of this, which is now properly ours. This is also... No, this is from the Axis, so we should keep that in. This is also Soviet Union territory, so we can keep that out. Well, it means we don't have to spread our men so much anymore. This should be pretty much what it is, right? I think so. Alright, more military factories. So what do we need mostly? Artillery. So let's build some more artillery, shall we? Which is right now mostly broken down factories, but soon they will be repaired. And I think it's time to look at our trade as well. We are importing some steel, but we have a surplus now, so we can remove some. Same goes for tungsten. Same goes for aluminium. And oil. We also have some free dockyards. Let's put these down, down, and down. We're gonna put our dockyards. Let's build some destroyers. Alright. So we just have the war with Japan and Turkey going for us right now. And this is actually done as well. So we can remove these offensive lines. Or they're not even offensive lines. They were front lines. Because those fronts are over as well. And I think I will start selecting some specialized group. Some lucky bastards. About 24 of them. So how many do we have here? 30. So let's deselect a couple. 24. You lucky bastards can go all the way here. You should be strategic deploying. Move with your strategic deployment over there. And the rest of you just join the front here against Yugoslavia. I don't think they will become a problem, but just move the troops all the way to there. Battle plans with no units assigned. Oh, right. I forgot we had some units assigned here as well. I thought they were in a different group already. Let's deselect them. You should be assigned this front. And keep the war going with Turkey. And you need a general, of course. Let's give you the best general that we've got. And these guys will be trying to do an invasion of Japanese mainland. These submarines will do some raiding over here on the coast of Japan to make sure that we as well have naval superiority in that place, so we can make a proper landing. And I think we will go for Kyushu as well, around Nagasaki. But first they have to arrive, of course. And it is quite a long walk from all the way over here. And we are participating in some battles. Some German submarines, but they decided not to completely engage us. We are suffering from some lack of steel again, so please get some more. And that will pop up quite often if we are still repairing pretty much everything. And let's put every civilian factory, not necessarily military factory, because I think we are producing more than enough military stuff at the moment actually. But every civilian factory should be at the top. That was not a civilian factory that I put on the top. You can go on the bottom. Alright. And you can see that the game is slowing down a bit because of the amount of units that are moving on the map. The calculations become a little bit more difficult. But, I mean, it's still running quite smoothly. I don't feel that much of a trouble with it. Slower than in the beginning, yes, but that's kind of to be expected after so much war. How much is our participation here actually? 45.7. That's still by far the largest. China counts as well as a large participant of the war. But we are doing quite a lot. Which is true, I mean, the policeman has bled quite heftily for these wars. Fighter modernization is done. I don't really want to go for heavy fighters. And do we want to focus on medium bombers or light bombers? I would say on light bombers. So let's go with that. Fighters with close air support are pretty good. Non-aggression pact with Mongolia? Sure. Insufficient resources. Let's figure that out as well. 3 military factories. Well, what do we want to build then? We have quite some lines of artillery already in there, so we don't need to build that. I think we're just gonna go with some fighter technology as well. Which will eventually be upgraded to be the better fighter that we are still researching, of course. And with our research, I'm gonna improve our extraction rate of resources so we don't have to import so much from other countries, since we are producing quite a lot now. We have taken so much of Russian territory. And let's see what kind of resource we were missing out on by not taking this place. Some steel, some chromium. That's pretty much it. Well, we took the research-rich provinces at least. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Next episode we will hopefully finish the war with Japan and Turkey as well, and can call that war quits in general with the Axis. But it's all gonna be in the next episode. Until then, thank you guys for watching and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.